back at another YouTube video. It's your boy Uriah G, and today we're going to react to 10 WWE wrestler attires that were banned. Let's get right into the video.
10 WWE wrestlers who were banned from wearing their own attire. Number 10, The Miz. When The Miz first debuted in WWE, he wore baggy shorts that weren't remotely flattering. The likely idea behind these shorts was that they would play up to The Miz's brashy and cocky personality, but fans could just never take him seriously in the look. Interestingly, the moment The Miz ditched the shorts in favor of traditional trunks, Vince McMahon suddenly decided that The Miz was going to receive a main event push, and it was almost as if the trunks were holding him back. The former WWE champion would discuss this directly during a 2016 interview with Theo Von and Matthew.
Miz was like one of the best heels around that time, like 2010-ish, when they were pushing him.
Cole Wise. When I got backstage, one of the talent relations guys goes, "Vince loves you in trunks. You're wearing trunks from now on." I was like, I don't want to wear trunks. I don't want to wear trunks. And it's like if Vince McMahon says you're going to wear trunks from now on, you're going to wear trunks from now on. So I started wearing trunks and I haven't gone back. And McMahon was
yeah, man, whatever he tells you to do, you gotta do it.
Spot on with this assessment, and he was completely justified in disliking the shorts. The Miz looked like a different wrestler overnight, and it would have been hard to accept him wrestling names such as John Cena or Randy Orton without wearing credible ring attire. Number 9, Daniel Bryan. One of the biggest matches on the 2012 Money in the Bank card saw Daniel Bryan take on CM Punk for the WWE title. Bryan would wear a khaki-colored jacket for his entrance, and his attire would be a mix of colors of green, black, and red, all being present on him. Now, in typical Vince McMahon fashion, he took one look at Bryan's new attire and
it looks nice. The camouflage color,
decided that he absolutely hated it. According to Bryan's autobiography, the former WWE chairman hated the attire so much that he got on the headset and told a member of the production to tell Bryan to take the jacket off immediately. You can actually see a member of the production team tell Bryan directly before the match to take the jacket off. This type of behavior wasn't exactly rare from Vince McMahon, and it does raise the question of why he didn't say anything backstage. He just decided.
That makes sense, because Vince, he be calling the shots. Like when he was back there backstage, I'm pretty sure he was watching all the matches taking place.
To wait until Bryan was actually in the ring to tell him to take it off. Number 8, The Shield. In 2014, WWE decided to have The Shield debut Bane-style masks. These looked incredible, and they gave The Shield an added edge when it came to their visual presence as a stable. Unfortunately, whilst the fans loved the new look, Vince McMahon wasn't exactly a big fan, and he decided to ban the celebrated trio from wearing the masks. A Shield member, Dean Ambrose, will reflect on this ban during an appearance on Talk Is Jericho. "Like the Shield mask that we wore for big shows, Vince hated it," said Moxley. "Even though we would have sold millions of it, we had these cool Sub-Zero
Shield mask, big shows, they only wore it for big shows. Vince didn't like it. Moxley said that, Ambrose said that could have sold millions of it. I don't know why I'm saying Ambrose, but it's Moxley. Okay.
Ninja masks. We busted them out at WrestleMania and we look cool, I'm not gonna lie. The next night, Vince was just furious. "We can't see our faces, get rid of the masks." The merchandise guys were like mortified. They were already coming up with designs and were like, "We're gonna sell billions of these," and Vince was like, "No, you can't see their faces." We did it on Australia again, and boy, they got pissed again. Vince just hated those masks. And this was an incredibly bizarre stance from Vince McMahon, as the trio went wrestling in the masks, so it wasn't like the fans couldn't see their faces when the action commenced. Sometimes Vince just left money on the table, right? Number 7, Karrion Kross. Now, upon making creative plans for Karrion Kross on the main roster, logic would dictate that the most sensible thing to do was present the same version of Kross that was overwhelmingly a success on NXT. Ultimately, Vince McMahon decided against this, as he decided to strip away every element of Kross's NXT persona and presentation, and this included his in-ring attire. Now, it's unknown what McMahon's direct issue with Kross.
I think they had made Karrion Kross was NXT champion at one time.
Kross's old NXT attire was, and it was basically just standard trunks, but McMahon insisted that it should be scrapped immediately. Kross would be forced to wear the worst attire in recent memory, as he would wear suspenders and even a hideous helmet to the ring. And naturally, this was all McMahon, and according to the former NXT champion during an interview on Conan's podcast, McMahon thought the infamous look was quote-unquote badass. This whole concept that people saw on the main roster with the outfit and all that was literally given to me in an email. I was told, paraphrased in the email, basically, these were ideas that were collaboratively thought of and Team McMahon was a part of it. So that was how it was basically brought to my attention. Then when the outfit was ready, I put it on and I asked him what he thought of it, and he said it looks badass. Thankfully, when Cross was rehired by Triple H, all of these dreadful elements were scrapped and Cross was permitted to return.
I know well, it's not really off topic, but what's your guys' favorite WWE attire? Tell me in the comments.
And to his old attire. Number 6. Batista. One of the colors that Vince McMahon often took issue with was white. Notably, in 2005, McMahon didn't like the fact that Batista was wearing white trunks and he even claimed that the WWE legend looked like he was wearing diapers. Now, white gear can be hit or miss, but Batista always executed the gear extremely well, and he definitely didn't look like he was wearing any type of diaper. Interestingly, this was around the time period in which Triple H ditched his special white boots that we would bring out for big matches. Was this a McMahon call, or did the game know that McMahon would take issue with the boots if they became a regular fixture of the game's ring attire? Number 5. Chris Jericho. When Chris Jericho embarked on a heel turn in 2008,
Vince wanted him to start wearing trunks instead of like pants. He wanted him to start wearing shorts.
He decided to overhaul everything that connected him with the audience in a positive way, and this included his iconic ring attire. Jericho would debut trunks, and Jericho looked vastly different. It took a while for fans to accept Jericho in a new look. Vince McMahon was a major fan of the new look, especially because it showed off Jericho's legs for the first time in his WWE run. It was therefore likely McMahon's call that Jericho's new look stay for the long term, and this would have been why Jericho never reverted back during the rest of his WWE run. Number 4. Jerry the King Lawler. Now, it's not just active wrestlers who can be banned from wearing certain items of clothing, as in 2014, Vince McMahon was appalled by Jerry Lawler's decision to wear a gold Elvis-style t-shirt to the commentary table. Now, in all fairness to Vince McMahon,
You didn't like that?
the t-shirt wasn't exactly flattering on the eyes, and the t-shirt would never be seen again, as McMahon no doubt told Lawler to never wear it on TV again. Number 3. Seth Rollins. Now, fans went crazy for Seth Rollins'
That attire, that's a good attire right there. The gold and white. Seth Rollins, what is that, SummerSlam?
white gear at the 2015 SummerSlam pay-per-view, but unfortunately, Vince McMahon hated it so much that he insisted that Rollins should never wear it again. Now, this was revealed directly by Seth Rollins during a fan signing, and he was highly critical of McMahon's call. No, Vince wouldn't let me wear it, because he's a weird old man who doesn't understand that people think it's the coolest gear they've ever seen. Yeah, he doesn't get it. I get that question more than anything else. What does that mean? It's just huge, man. People love it. I think it's in the archive. I gave it to our archivist guy. He puts it up at all the accesses and stuff. This was just another case of McMahon letting his personal preference get in the way of what fans actually wanted. And
yeah, because, I mean, most times when wrestling, Triple H booking, Vince booking, they give the fans what they want sometimes, but then again, it doesn't always go as planned.
It's a shame that this 2015 gear was one of Rollins' defining looks. Number 2. Kane. Now, before Kane was wrestling regularly on TV and pay-per-views, he would have trial runs with a character on live events. This was WWE's way of seeing what worked and, more importantly, what didn't with the character. One of the more unique elements that Kane had during the live event run was a cape. Kane looked like a comic book villain, and it didn't suit the demonic character that WWE were going for, especially with them
He used to wear a cape. I didn't even know that.
ushering in the Attitude Era. Kane's cape was scrapped by the time he had made his entrances on TV, and this was no doubt Vince McMahon's executive call to scrap the cape and make sure nothing
Aren't they still supposed to be bringing a blue Kane, or they not doing that no more?
similar was present on the Big Red Machine's entrance look? And number 1, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns decided to make a significant change to his attire in the 2017 Fastlane pay-per-view. For his match against Braun Strowman, he would debut a white trim on his vest, as well as debut black sneakers with white soles. A fan response to the look was mixed, however, this didn't matter, as it would be the first and only time that Reigns would use the look. Naturally, Reigns would confirm during an interview with the Not Sam podcast that Vince McMahon heavily disliked the change in appearance. I've pretty much matched up my soles because I'll wear different colors with the black. I had the white on the vest and gloves and stuff, and they had a white trim on it. It matched up with the white soles, and I thought it looked sweet. One person didn't, and he's a very important person, so that the
Pretty much, you don't have the full control over your attire and your look. So pretty much, okay, I see.
idea of Reigns wearing a different color for each major matchup was indeed an exciting concept, but McMahon was evidently of the belief that the babyface version of Reigns should just stick to the standard black color scheme and never deviate. Thankfully for Reigns under the leadership of Triple H, the game has been more lenient when it comes to his in-ring look and presentation. Reigns has experimented with different colors over the past few years and even debuted new sneakers in his in-ring attire for his match with Solo Sikoa on the Raw on Netflix premiere. But there you have it, folks.
That was 10 WWE wrestler attires that were banned. You guys tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, Uriah out.